Com2's advertised superb sound quality could justify its hefty price tag.
Okay, hold on a sec. When are we coming out on that?
It's after the next cue, so I can back it up a wee bit.
Well, there was a bit of a stumble. Let's do that one more time, John.
The voice recording that you're seeing being recorded this evening is a really important part of the programme. This is when the clarity of the sound is given over to the viewers, and if there are difficulty that my colleagues on location have had in capturing sound very clearly, because, for instance, Jason's water skiing or something like that, then this is the opportunity that we have to actually impart clear information, and so the voiceover we take very seriously and we get it as sharp and as crisp as possible.
While we both thought the Siemens was the clear winner on sound quality, Phil was stuck on the B&O.
We've crashed that one.
Okay.
The actual process is really quite straightforward. We have some great equipment that makes it very easy to get a good recording. We have a high quality microphone in a dedicated voice studio, and that's fed through to a mixing desk, of which we only use one channel because there's only one microphone in this particular instance. When we have all of the program, then we'll mix all of the sound sources up to 48 tracks. You can think about the blocks of sound that you see, the recordings that we make, that you'll see being recorded, and it's rather like word processing. We can, if we need to, cut and paste in exactly the same way as you would with word processing.
Well, Jason wasn't sold on the impression, and nor were we on the Simpliphone.
The important thing for us is that we always have to serve the pictures, so the sound that we do must be in sync, and we have the ability to slip the clips to match the pictures. We have time code, that's what locks the pictures to the sound, and you can see that we have that on screen for the pictures. Those are the incoming pictures that we have, and we also have them on our sound digital audio workstation as well.
So I think we've always been fairly consistent as a good idea, but not terribly well executed. Is that what we ultimately say?
We can call it a B&O, can't we? We crashed it quite a lot.
So the B&O went down well.
When the editor has edited the piece, it's very obvious where the voiceover has to go in, and one of our jobs is to make sure that it does fit perfectly and it feels very natural that the voiceover comes in as the presenter finishes on screen. So if you look at the waveform, you can actually see that the recording made on location.
Small, light and shaped like those mobiles. There's a nicely sized colour screen with a backlit keyboard.
Now there's a gap there, and you can hear John talking. If I open up the screen, you can see that in fact is the clip that John has recorded from the script. So now we can check that it actually fits in the gap, and it seems pretty seamless.
Hands-free when you're around the house. Once Phil had his hands on the Siemens, I thought it'd be fun for an inquisitive...
So that feels pretty natural. It seems to fit in. John left off on location, his voiceover came in, and then he picks up again.
I could perhaps do that a bit better. It still wasn't quite very good, was it? While we both thought... Oh no! Sorry.
I should show you what we actually now do with the voice tracks to put it into the programme proper. And this is where we mix the voice that we've recorded into the main programme. There are very many hundreds of individual sound clips that we mix into the programme, as you can imagine, and this is where we do this. So the interesting bit for us is now here in the theatre is when we're actually artistically balancing all of those different sounds, because there are very many different elements. For instance, there's music, so we always allocate certain tracks to music. There are sound effects, the actual dialogue that's recorded by the sound recordist and cameraman on location, some sound effects from location that aren't specifically dialogue, and then further down we have other sound effects as well.
Plug in, assign them names and numbers, and create up to 130 visual contacts. Could do without my visual. Though slightly temperamental, when it does connect, you can transfer up to 250 contacts from your mobile.